Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Modern Day Mystics Show. Our mission here is to help you turn whatever you desire into real-life manifestation by sharing our revolutionary technology to make that happen for you. We bring you such cutting-edge information through our resident wizard, Peter Schenk, and also through such magical guests each week, right, that are really making a difference to improve our lives on a variety of levels. I'm your co-host, Donna, along with the founder of this program, Peter Schenk. Peter, how are you? Hey, Peter, we can't hear you. Guess you got your mic muted.
What did I just say? I hate when that happens. Hey, Donna, how are you? Well, as I was saying, we got a very cool show lined up for tonight. And we're going to be going through the master classes step by step. And we are also going to be showing you the HFA harmonic field amplifier in a little bit of detail. And I'll tell a little bit about my last adventures with it, which were out of this world. But before we get started, I'd like to do a water blessing with everyone. If you could take out a glass of water, please put it in front of you on the table. Raise your left hand over it about 3 inches and spread your fingers. In a second, you'll feel the energy running down through your hand into the water. General intent, goodwill. Put your attention on the water and repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. Energy flow will increase. Bottoms up. So, Donna.
Yes. So
let's talk about taking control, master classes, 3rd generation.
You bet. Let's do that. So, you know, Peter, most of us go through life reacting to the aftermath of events seemingly beyond our control. This masterclass series turns that paradigm on its head, helping you shift from reacting to pre-acting, putting you in the driver's seat of your own destiny. No matter what age you are or life path that you're on, you can change your circumstances and achieve the life you've always wanted but didn't dare to dream. We'll begin by helping you transform the subconscious programs you have been running that have been manifesting themselves as external events. Then you'll receive quantum charged energy blueprints that empower you to consciously and positively affect your own reality for good. Seize this opportunity to take control and get back on the divine path that was intended for you in this life. So here's a great testimony. Masterclasses are incredibly powerful journey to self-awareness and to a profound healing. For me, these classes turned out to be an amazing game changer. My life shifted in unexpected and impressive ways. I'm now totally at ease with what is happening in my life as I fully trust the universe. Without much effort, I daily experience many awesome manifestations. My interactions with family and people around me are now on much deeper level without the usual drama. I am often in a state of profound inner peace, gratitude, and joy. On several occasions, I repeated the past 2 classes, generations 1 and 2, with equally powerful results, leading me to more extraordinary changes. These classes helped me effectively move through many changing life situations. Thank you, Peter, for your powerful and precise delivery of the source energy. With ease and grace, you made the impossible possible. Thank you, Donna, for co-hosting and sharing your amazing light with all of us. And that is Ania.
It's actually Anna.
Anna? A-N-I-A?
So entering the master class is 3rd generation. you're going to be taught the following, but not limited to. But before I get into that, I want to really express the joy that I had in teaching the first two generations of these courses. They take a tremendous amount of work on Donna's part and my own to deliver, you know, the experience, what you experience after the fact. And, you know, we give the graduates a discount that come back from the first and the second generation master classes, and they have first dibs on getting in. I like keeping the spaces limited and small. This way they're more intimate. I'm not looking to sell 100, 150 like a big workshop. These are small, intimate classes. We have 15 or 20 minutes of Q&A in the beginning to discuss either the current class or what has happened since the last time, and we're real sticklers for journaling. Journal. So entering the third generation master classes, know you will learn through ancient teachings, which I'm going to bring forth, and forgotten knowledge, not published anywhere, the secrets that have been lost for a millennia. So each one of these classes that is taught is very personal to me because I spend a tremendous amount of time bringing this information together. You receive an email a few days prior to the class with homework and a bit of sacred geometry on there. Some of the sacred geometry that I get is very complicated to draw, and I have found that using simpler shapes that are found in everyday life, we can still achieve the same results as the more complicated geometry. Know you will take away experiences that are truly life-changing and can be shared with your loved ones and friends. Everyone that has taken the first and second generation masterclass, we had 70% of the first gen come into the second. Amazing numbers. Their lives are completely transformed forever, and they can always go back and repeat the courses at any time. Know you will be in a very special place after each class, building upon the layers of what has been learned in the previous class. So each class is designed to build upon the layers. Now, we offered the free fear blockages masterclass workshop to kind of show you at the base level, at the entry level of what these classes are. Each class builds, the energy flow gets more and more intense as we move through them. And as we move through the course topics, you know, you're freeing up these areas. And this is all about taking control of your life. These courses are handpicked. They are going to be incredibly powerful and very intense. Know that you will be you'll be competent. These courses, you'll be free to have your life go in the direction once you take control and choosing in the most blissful, beautiful, peaceful manner. You know, the graduates from the first and second gen are just in a really amazing place. Know that you will truly understand what the true meaning of taking control in your life, thereby allowing that control not to control you, okay? And a lot of it has to do with fear, and we'll be moving through all of that. Donna?
Thank you, Peter. These classes are nothing short of life-changing in every area. Peter's amazing energy, use of sacred geometry, and doing what only Peter can do is nothing short of mind-blowing awe. From where I was from class 1 to know is nothing. From class 1 to now is nothing I could have ever imagined. And I know that more opens every day. If you are on the fence with this, jump off, dive in. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. It's the gift that keeps on giving. The growth continues long after the class is over. Plus, you can always go back and do it again. Almost 60 years of gunk going away. Now that is something, that is saying something. Bless you, Peter. You rock.
So the topics, course 113 starts August 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Did I get that date right?
You did.
August 4th. Okay, we're doing them on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern over the course of 6 weeks. So course 113 is Destiny. Explore the meaning of taking control of your destiny and learn how to be freed energetically from limiting life roles. This course will reveal how your inner thoughts and their subsequent outward expression can project events that have great impact on yourself and others. Become consciously aware of how destiny works is the first step in your path for taking change. This is going to be a mind-blowing course. Destiny, you know, there's a lot of concepts out there about it. Some people say everything is preordained. Some people say you make a choice, you create your conscious as you move through it. And we're going to reveal these secrets as we do it. Donna?
This class, as all the master classes, was outstanding. Let me just say that at the beginning of this workshop, I was filled with anxiety as my whole world has been turned upside down. Thank you, Peter. It needed to be. That said, when all the person's comfort zones are being removed, it scares the out of you. At least it does me. It's a G-rated show, folks. G-rated show. It's been a week, and each day I've noticed I'm calmer, feeling of acceptance, with excitement building, facing the huge unknown coming my way at this time with no money. Talk about needing to remove fear and replace with trust. Once again, Peter, you never disappoint. Anyone wanting to shift in ways you can't imagine, I highly recommend these classes. You won't be sorry, surprised, elated, damn happy. You said yes, indeed. Profound, awe-inspiring. Each class brings one ever closer to the 0 point space of a new way of being. Thank you, Peter, for your generosity and all you bring. Outstanding. Thank you, Donna, for your support too. That's from Georgia.
You know, these are really heartfelt testimonials, and this is what inspires me and pushes me forward. You know, the intelligent design behind what I do boils right down to this. These testimonials are unbelievably powerful, and you know, when you have the ability to shift someone's life in that type of manner, this stuff is really heartfelt. Course 114, life. Here you'll be empowered to take a fearless I can't even read them. Here you'll be empowered to take a fearless inventory of your life and identify those limiting beliefs that are holding you back, some of which may have been passed down from generations. In seeing the subconscious patterns that were imprinted in your DNA, I am a true believer in that, you can intentionally restructure them into new, healthier pathways to a life more aligned with your sincerest hopes and dreams. Learn how to embrace change and allow for new energies to come in. This life course is going to be a lot of fun too. Remember, as we're moving through them, they're getting stronger. You know, the energy, the delivery, the results are no joke. This is the real deal. Course 115, health. The state of your physical body is intrinsically linked to your internal energetic structure. In this course, you'll learn how to take control of your health and personal needs first, and how to recognize what your body is telling you. Your energy will begin to shift on subtle levels that will empower you to make healthier choices that support your physical body and energy. Now, this is kind of funny because I just finished another 1,000-mile road trip with the HFA. And I got to tell you, and you know, Donna, you saw this picture. I mean, I'm eating lobster. I very rarely eat lobster. I was eating really bad. I'm generally very conscious about what I put in my body. I'm talking like Taco Bell, lobster, pizza. So it was out of control. And when I got back, I opened up my refrigerator and I didn't have anything in there. And all of a sudden I had this health calling to go out and buy green, stay away from the pizza and the pasta. It was pretty funny.
Yes, the whole series, Second Master Class, has been wonderful and very powerful. I have noticed that general things just in daily life go smoother, more ease and flow, definitely. Very noticeable. There is time to get everything done, and people are responding by being more helpful and cooperative. I had a job interview recently after quite a few weeks of nothing, so that is very promising. I know it's the energy work from being a part of the master classes, because I have not changed my resume or cover letter. So I'm excited because I know that the classes have changed my energy. Also, my birthday a friend I have known for 20 years since high school, always gives me makeup as a gift. This time she gave me makeup and amazingly a $50 gift card. Wow. And all the time I have known her, she has never done that before. So this was something new. Also, a guy I know usually just gives me a card for my birthday, and this time he took me out to lunch, as well as surprising me with a birthday gift. He has never done that before. So these are things that I have definitely happened as a result of me being in the master classes, because I have not done anything different in my life or routine or the way I have interacted with these friends. I'm so happy that I was part of the master classes. That is MW.
That's a really heartfelt testimonial. Course 116, mental well-being. I should do this course first on myself and then bring it around. Just so busy these days. Here we'll take a look at our thoughts and feelings and explore how they sometimes inadvertently sabotage our goals. We know that. You'll learn to listen to yourself without judgment, create a space where your true identity can thrive. We'll attune to our natural alignment and learn how to stay consciously aware of it, letting go of the unhealthy programs that stand in the way of happiness, well-being, mental well-being, course 116. Course 117, finances. This one is huge. And I think for the first and second generation, I think we had a course on these, didn't we, Donna? I know we did in the second one.
Well, you know what? We had abundance.
Abundance, right. So finances obviously begins with abundance. Is a mindset that opens you up to revealing. It's not necessarily about money, although the two are often linked. Many find themselves pursuing, even obtaining financial wealth, but an abundance mindset is lacking. The wealth will be short-lived. We learn ways to break patterns of stuck energy around money. You'll discover how to identify and eliminate your personal blocks so you can let go of chasing wealth, instead creating lasting abundance. And this is a huge point, folks. Abundance means a lot of things to people. And, here we use it being linked to wealth because it's generally 99.9% of what people are after. But sometimes to that 0.01%, it means something else. So abundance can be in a lot of things in your life, but in the terms of generating wealth, it's a energetic flow. And I'm a master at identifying these flows and allowing them to flow within people and finding the blockages and breaking them. So course 117 is going to be huge for the students of the master classes, third generation, taking control. Donna?
Absolutely. I have passed the point of no return. That is a very good thing, because my fears, blocks, BS from myself and others came up in a few short weeks. It was supposed to. Each week, the assignments got deeper and deeper, and during the sessions, more truth was revealed. No one can do the work for me because it is my own. Well, that is so well put. Doing something for me was the hardest part. I know what I know, and the difference is at the level of love. Thank you, Peter. And that's from KT.
So course 118, which is the last course in the master classes, third generation, taking control, relationships. This one's huge. A lot of people that do personal sessions with me, this is 30 to 40% of personal sessions. We are all connected, friends, lovers, enemies. They all have important lessons to teach us. If we know how to listen, the first step is learning how to quiet your inner critic and truly listen to yourself. The practice creates a ripple effect that reflects outward into every relationship, present and future, and believe it or not, the past. This is a healing, insightful course that will help enhance empathy and communication in all of your interactions. Each of the above courses builds upon the layers, and I can't emphasize this enough, folks. The energy gets more intense as we clear and these teachings are brought forward and instructed by me to you. They get really very, very powerful. By the time we get to the last course, you can really breathe, and everything is just amazing. So we have a couple of pre-scripted questions, and then if the audience has any questions, you can go ahead and type them in and we'll get to them. But the first one is international calling. The conference call system that we use now is Uber Conference. It's a paid system, very, very good. It gives you a lot of different options. If you're outside the United States, there are free toll calls, I think, in 50 countries, and you can look it up on their website. So, Donna?
Yes, and Peter, is there a payment plan?
Yes, with the third generation, we do have a payment plan. You can email me at peter.schenk@moderndaymystic.com if you have questions about the payment.
When will the classes start?
The first class is next week. It's August 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday.
August 4th.
Didn't I say that?
I think you said August 1st.
No, I said the 4th.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Both 4th. I'm hearing things.
Don't argue with me.
4. Okay. You guys know we love to have fun on these, which is, a cool thing because we bring just as much energy to these master classes as we do on our Modern Day Mystic show. Okay. If we are in a different country and different time zone, how can we join the call?
Well, there's a couple different options. Uber Conference is really cool. You have the ability to listen through your computer. You can actively join the session through the computer and ask questions via your keyboard and the interface in the web browser, or you can call the international toll-free 800 number in your country.
Alrighty, and how can we purchase the Masterclass Workshop Series?
There's an email that is being sent out now with all the details in it.
Awesome. How can we connect if we are in a different country?
Well, that's kind of interesting because you gotta sit back with your back straight up. You have to light a candle and you flick your finger and put it in your left ear, and the other finger goes up this nose. You go, and boom.
Empty.
And folks, I got Donna really good. I was like, Donna, what is wrong with you? I said, I was really serious. I said, take your left finger and point at your head and say the letters TM backwards 5 times. And she goes, empty, 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 empty. And she's like, oh my God.
Get it? Empty.
Never let her live that one.
Empty. So Peter asked you to do empty. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Whoops, too late. So just a few more things, and then we can take some questions from the audience, and then we're going to go into the HFA a little bit. So each of these courses alone commands a $400 price tag. Why? Because the information and teachings therein have never before been shown to the world. I'm bringing ancient knowledge in and sharing it with you. You will be the first in a new generation of explorers to receive these teachings in a very intimate and personal setting. And again, these spaces are limited, and they are filling up quickly with the graduates from the first and second gen classes because they realize the value of what they're purchasing. So again, the course is limited, so seating will fill up fast. This has a total combined value of $2,400. After much contemplating and thought, I've decided to make a deal affordable to select a few with the vision and forward thinking process to break free of your current limitations and seize the opportunity of a lifetime by taking control in the Masterclass's 3rd generation. Again, we have limited seating, and once they're gone, folks. We filled up in the 2nd gen, and I did open up 5 more seats, and they were gone, I think, within 6 hours. So these go very, very quickly. So the $2,400 value, I'm going to add something very, very remarkable to it. I'm going to throw in a free HFA. Now you'll notice that this one is wrapped in a piece of leather just to protect it. And for those of you that are just hearing about the HFA, it is my first venture into the physical market with a device. Okay, there's no moving parts on here. You have a piece of solid copper that is 3.5 by 3.5 inches, and it has a 1 millimeter deep, 1 millimeter wide silver band that goes all the way around. These metals are the purest form that you can get mined. The silver banding helps create the line. So on the top of the HFA, you'll notice here, there's a laser engraving that says harmonic field amplifier. I'm sorry if you can't see that too good. Up here we have a clockwise spiral that goes around to a 1 millimeter hole, and exactly on the other side we have a counterclockwise spiral. You'll notice the 7 sisters of the palladium on this side, and we have the golden ratio on this side. Now, what does this do? This device, I downloaded the blueprints like I do for all of my products, and I spent about 10 months perfecting and designing it. And it is the harmonic field amplifier. It is a new way to travel. You link this device to your car mentally. The instructions are very, very easy. And within a couple hours, you are in a place of utter bliss. It affects all the electronics in the car in a very, very positive way. It also affects your mood when you're driving it in an incredible way. This is a $397 value. I'm giving it to you absolutely free if you sign up within 1 hour of the course ending, of this class, of this show ending. Again, this is the HFA. This is going to sell like hotcakes when it's complete. These will be in the MDM store in August. We'll have a complete show around them. I am producing myself. I didn't farm this one off because I just finished another 1,000-mile road trip. I had a 3,000-mile road trip with this, not this one of the prototypes, but this one I did 1,000 miles with, and it was the first time I put it in my vehicle. And I'm not saying this is going to be the same for everybody, but in the rent-a-car that I drove 3,000 miles in, when I filled it up the first time, the gas mileage on a full tank was 350 something miles. When I returned it, it was 557 miles. My car got 12.1 miles average, my truck. I put the HFA in there. 5 days later, I was getting 14.7 miles around town, folks. 14.7. David Shear figured it out. It's a 21-point-something% increase in gas mileage. and when I was on this trip, I had the HFA with me everywhere. I got some really cool photos at the American Stonehenge. I was balanced on a couple of celestial stones. I took a lot of video, which I'm going to produce this 90-second commercial with, and it'll be ready in a week or two. I'll start getting it out there. Very, very excited to actually release this into the world. This will be my first venture into the physical world. So folks, don't be fooled what others have to offer. For those of you that have been with me for years, know the power of the Masterclass workshops. Why such a discount on this? Because it's my mission and job here to help advance the species in a way that only I can. Through my products and services, you will transform your truth and truth potential. And I really want to be clear about something. I've never been about the money. It's not about the money. It's about building products that speak for themselves. The software line has been amazingly successful. People from around the world are using it day in and day out to better their lives. You know, the physical device is a step in a direction that I've always wanted to go. And now I have the knowledge and the confidence to have these devices manufactured and put out into the world. And I will tell you, beyond what I just explained, that the HFA will really transform the way that you perceive your vehicle. And you can use it in one of your cars, all of your cars. You can probably use it on an airboat. You can use it on a motorcycle. You can use it on anything that you use to get around. It's as simple as linking it. Linking is a 3-second process, and then unlinking it when you want to move it to a new car. I've been very diligent about the packaging The whole experience, you know, it's very feng shui. Did I get that right? Did I say that right, Donna? Feng shui.
Yep.
So the $2,400, the whole package is $2,797. I'm giving it to you tonight for 1 hour, folks. 1 hour only for $997. 6 master classes. We just went through them. A free HFA. When they're available in August, they will be sent out priority mail anywhere in the world, requiring a signature upon receiving it. Again, $2,797 value we're doing tonight for $997. An email was sent out with the buy link during the show. Can't say enough about it. There's a lot, 3 or 4 people that are using these now, and they're having really phenomenal experiences. And that test bed is going to greatly expand over the next couple of weeks. Donna, do we have any questions from anybody tonight?
You know, we've got a lot of comments in the chat, and Georgia says, personally, my entire life is still changing. So, Georgia, thank you for that. And, you know, you have been through first and second master classes. And as you know, Georgia, the master classes, they all build upon each other going forward. However, all of the classes that we've done so far have all been different. All the classes have been different. So, folks, you're not getting the same things over and over again. Each section is specific, and same with the 3rd generation. You'll see that as well. Let's see here. Sherry is saying, I would also appreciate specifics. What has changed for you? And I'm not sure if that was a question for Georgia or for anyone else, but just so you know, Sherry, we were going through the testimonials for folks who have taken the class before, and those testimonials that I was reading, that was from previous students from our master class. So a lot of folks having some life changing, life altering events happening to them regarding the master classes. And Peter, can you touch a little bit on it? I mean, so you do a lot of energy work.
No.
With the classes.
I do.
You do.
Oh, you want me to touch on what I do or how I do it?
Yeah. Well, you know, talk about for the folks who don't know, because we do have some new folks here, and for those who will be watching afterwards, because you know we just put a posting out on Facebook to join us. So the classes are all about the energy.
I underwent a lot of changes last year on a personal level and in my professional life and what I do. And, you know, in August last year, me and you, Donna, had discussions about doing these master classes. And for years, I've been privy to knowledge that's not common anywhere. It's just by the nature of what I've been gifted with and what I do that I have access to this information. And I've never taught any of it in a personal session with somebody or the regular workshops that we do. And the master classes are not, you know, we don't have 100 people in them. We don't have 200 people in it. We had over 500 people sign up for the free one. I think we had a couple hundred live on that call. But with these, I like to keep them small and intimate. And the knowledge that's being brought out comes out in many ways. It comes out in the emails that I send. It comes out in the homework that I ask you to do. It comes out in the eye. It comes out in the way that I present the information, because when you're off the wall a little bit and you really need to be to do this type of work, it becomes very personal to me. And delivering in a way that is very, very different from the tens of thousands of other energy healers out there and what they do. You know, I've never classified myself as anything. I've been called many, many things over the years: a healer, seeker, shaman, you know, and it goes on and on. But I've always held true that as soon as I classify myself as something like a Reiki master, then I've just limited my potential would be unlimited. And I am an unlimited being. That having that openness and that childlike mind and that playfulness allows me to deliver an experience through, sacred geometry, through the way I'm talking on the phone, to, putting your finger in the water or wrapping your hands around the glass, or just any of the one wacky things. Doesn't matter. There's many, every road leads back to Rome. It's the end result that I care about. And that shows up in the testimonials of the lives that I touch and the people's lives that have been changed from these courses. They are intuitively powerful, incredibly powerful. If you took the fear blockage master course, which was free, we did a couple of weeks ago, and got something out of that, that's level 1. We're going up another 6 levels, and they get more intense. And it just, I get in there and I rock you to your core. And taking control is one I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and now we have the ability to do it and deliver it. And people go out and spend $1,000 on a new 60-inch high def, blah blah blah. Well, that's great. That thing's going to fall apart in 2 years. The methodologies that I'm teaching you and showing you will change your life completely and utterly. They will free you. Okay, and it's all about taking control. So making an investment in yourself and taking these courses, not only that, you're getting a beautiful gift, absolutely beautiful and stunning, that will last multiple lifetimes. And making that investment in yourself is what it's about, and always has been. And to me, I take these courses very personal. That's why I like keeping them small, and I'm not filling them with 100, 200 people. I don't want that. It's not about the income. It's about changing the lives of people. I don't reach tens of millions of people. I just don't, and that's fine. I'm doing my small part in the products and services that I create and deliver that are unique, beautiful, different, powerful, and changing the lives instantly. And I like keeping it close to home. I mean, you call the 800 number and I pick up, hey, and you have a 10-minute conversation with me, and hopefully I can help you out. But it's all about grassroots. It's about staying close to the audience. It's about listening. It's about reading 10-page emails. It's about complaining. It's about software crashing. It doesn't work. Anyways, you know what I mean. So it's all good. It's all good, folks. 1 hour, 1 hour, 6 master classes, 3rd generation. We've really refined the presentation. The courses are about generally from 50 to an hour and 15. We do a Q&A in the beginning of each course. You can talk about the upcoming course that we're doing then. You can share your experiences about the last one. And of course, the graduates love to come back because they see the value, they understand the value in what they're getting. And, I can't say enough about it. Take advantage.
Absolutely. So Duffy says she's really excited about receiving the HFA. Can you give us?
I'm excited about giving it to you. Sign up. You'll have one priority mail next month. Look, folks, I am ultra meticulous about software development and delivering a mind-blowing experience that's beautiful, powerful, intuitive, easy to use, informative, and just changing your life. Imagine taking all the knowledge that I've learned through all of my journeys down the rabbit hole in delivering these products that work on water, and understanding how scalar energy works, understanding how free energy works, and designing the perfect design to create a new way to travel. It's a new way to travel. I don't know how else to explain it. I drove the worst highway in America for 20 years, every day, 684, running down through New York, okay? Road rage, I've been a part of it for a long time. I drove 3,000 miles with one of these in my car, not knowing what to expect. And I have to tell you, it was the most blissed out, beautiful experience I ever had. I have a traveling friend I go with away a lot. She went with me on this last 1,000-mile voyage. She knows a lot about what I do, but not on any intimate levels when it comes to this. I told her I had an HFA in the car. I didn't tell her anything more. She wrote me 3 paragraphs. I posted it on Facebook. That was her experience. Her experience was blissed out, beautiful. Everything worked out. People were courteous when we were driving. Everything was absolutely fine. And the video that I'm going to produce in the next week or so is just going to be off the chart. And all that video I shot on this last 1,000-mile trip. But it's going to be absolutely outstanding. I can't say enough about the HFA. You know, I want to tell you more, but I just can't yet because we're still testing them. But you know, what your experience will be, like any of the products that I create, I build the tools. It's up to you to take them to the next level. Be the child. Think outside the box. How can I use an HFA? Can I just use it in my car? I don't know. Use it on your lawnmower. You know, if you push it, if you drive it, you know, if you take a school bus, if you take a bus, it takes 3 seconds to link it to a vehicle. 3 seconds, and it takes 3 seconds to unlink it. And you can move it from car to car to car. So you have multiple cars in your family. You should buy multiple HFAs, but you can use one and you know, move it throughout the cars. In my experience, it takes about 2 hours for it to start after the first linking happens. And on my road trip, I took it out of the car many times. I just put it in my pocket, and these perfect moments presented themselves to get some incredible photos of it in action. There's a couple on Facebook. You can see Saint Germain's violet flame just blowing out of the top. I mean, you saw those pictures, right, Donna?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I was on top of a mountain last week, and I was looking at some glacial scarring on the rocks, and I decided to take the HFA out and wanted to sunbathe. And I caught this glimmer out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what's that? And I looked down in the harbor, and there's this bright light in the middle of day just beaming back at me, holding, I mean, it was crazy. I got pictures of it. I posted 2 or 3 on Facebook. I don't know what it was reflecting from. I have no idea. But it was there for 5 minutes, and I got beautiful pictures of it. You know, I put it on this map overlooking the harbor, and when I took the pictures, I didn't see the Saint Germain. Although I would have seen it normally, I just my mind was elsewhere. But when I looked at the digital shots, there's this big Saint Germain violet flame coming off, and that's my hallmark signature. I mean, I work with him all the time, so I've got his blessing on it. So, you know, we're good to go. Masterclasses, HFA. I don't get any better than that.
Absolutely. Pretty awesome.
All right, Donna. I think I'm out of gas here. We're good.
Well, you know what? Before we go, let me say this, folks. If you missed the show with Peter and Ken Rolla from Fresh New Life, they had a great conversation about the HFA. So you can always go back and listen. And if you just click on the YouTube show for that, I actually have it set for it to show that conversation specifically. You can go back and watch the whole show, but about the HFA, it is on there. That conversation right there blows it all out the water.
It does. Okay, folks, 1 hour. Free HFA, $997, $2,797 value. Make the investment in yourself. When these devices are gone, they're gone. I don't want to say it's going to be a limited production run, but I have an enormous investment in time and monetary resources to get these to you in, you know, a relatively affordable package. And giving these away on the show is, you know, just my style. It's like the way I like to do things like this. But, you know, I don't know if the price is going to go up. Right now they're set at $397. That'll most likely be the price when we debut them. depending on production runs, sample losses, and all this other crazy stuff that I never anticipated because I'm not a manufacturer, I'm a programmer. There's going to be other designs coming in the future. An intentional bracelet, one designed for the home and office. Whoops, did I say that?
You did.
You said that. So a lot of amazing products that are coming this year. You know, we're having 5 major production launches this year. So we still have 4 to go. And it's all good. It's all good. Okay, I'm
toast?
I'm toast.
All right. Well, folks, sign up. Sign up now. The email has been sent. Sign up now. The link has been put in the chat for tonight's show. That will disappear once the show goes down, or actually, I should say after we stop the broadcast, the live chat is gone, I believe. So sign up now, and we'll see you on the 4th.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.